Hi, Lianna here. How are you tonight? Push, push, push. I'm talking about push your life mode. This is when you are out of alignment, when you are frustrated, when you are blaming your partner for everything that is going on in your life, when you are feeling like you've lost the flow of your life. And you know, when you have that flow, the flow, you're flowing down the river. The flow is when things are going well, when everything seems to be falling in place, and stuff happens that just surprises you and makes you feel so excited, and life is really great and wonderful. And sometimes when that happens, though, something can happen, because this is kind of a spontaneous way of the unfolding of our life. Sometimes it can, we can feel like, do I deserve this? Do I deserve this kind of life? Do I deserve this kind of beautiful flow? And we start to get scared, like, can I maintain this? Is this possible to keep going in my life? And so that the fear starts to build, and then something happens that's not so flowy anymore, and you start to push a little bit, and then something else happens that's not so flowy, and you push some more, and then it's just not flowing anymore, and you start to swim up the stream, and you're swimming up the stream because the flow is gone, and you're just pushing and pushing in your life now. And then you start to blame the people outside of you, in particular your intimate partner, because they're the closest to you, and it's always their fault that the flow is not happening like you want it to. And then finally, you get some pain. Your back starts to go out, or another part of your body starts to go out, and you're just like, what is going on? Like, I was in the flow, things were great, and now, like, my partner is driving me freaking crazy, and my back is killing me, and nothing is happening that nothing is happening that is great anymore. Everything is falling apart. Well, this is the push mode that you are now in. You have gotten yourself out of the flow mode. You're in the push mode, and the push mode is the fear mode. The fear of, I can't sustain this. I can't continue this like it is. I don't know how I'm going to. So we develop the fear. I'm very good at this, so I know this very well. Whew. So what you need to do at this point, when you recognize, and when you do recognize it, it comes to you because of physical pain, and usually in the back. Lower back is a very, very good indicator. If your lower back is hurting, that you're out of flow, and you're pushing, gripping, pushing. So stop. Breathe. Take a nice deep breath. Deep, low, deep abdomen breath. And I suggest eight breaths. It's not a lot, but nice, deep, slow 8 breaths will cause the energy to move through your body, will get the energy out of your head and down into the rest of your body, because when you're in push mode, energy is really centered in your brain, in your head. It's very high, and you want to bring it down. So 8 deep breaths, long deep breaths, like that. And then use the word soften. Soften your body. Just soften everything. I soften my body so that I can start to connect to my intuition again. I soften my mind. I soften my thinking so that I can let go of trying to control everything and push my life, because it doesn't work that way, and I want it to go much more smoothly. I soften all of the energy around me, so that I can start to connect to loving myself again and loving those around me. And so I find the word soften really powerful, because it has it just has a very strong connotation that's very that's very visceral, very, 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 very understandable. You know, when you think about soften, it's just, and when you think of soften, then you understand that when you actually start to soften, when you actually physically begin to soften, you realize how gripping and uptight and pushing you have become. So do that. Soften yourself for the entire day. That's your work, because pushing's going to get you nowhere. Soften for the entire day. Soften for as many days as it takes until it's gonna keep coming up, because when you're in a push mode, it takes time to like unwind from that. Soften. I soften myself. Okay, I'm softening. I'm physically just like soften. And a lot of the time too, when we're in a push mode, we're in a gripping mode, then our sex life sucks too, because we're so uptight, and so we're unable to have any kind of sexual activity. So softening as well allows you to connect to your sexual desire again. So important thing to do. Soften, 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 soften. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, does that resonate with anybody? I hope that can work for some people who are in the push mode. Another word that's used a lot is surrender, but I prefer the word soften, because it just has, surrender is good for other instances, but soften is really beautiful to help us just bring it all back down and get ourselves back in the flow. And when you're in the flow, if you have the tool of softening, then when you feel a little bit out, and say, hey, just soften here. It's okay. You know, the flow is a spontaneous route. It's a sort of spontaneous unfolding of your life. So it's going to be bumpy sometimes, because you're going over like sometimes little waves. I think about like a river, just like you're going through a river. So sometimes you're hitting over little bumps or waves, or like rocks you have to go around. But know that you're going to be able to get through it. You're going to be able to buy it. You're going to be able to move through it, because the river keeps flowing. It keeps flowing. So soften yourself, and let the river boom, boom, boom take you through those bumps, so that you can continue in your flow. Okay. Thank you so much for listening in, all of you that are here. Please comment below. Let me know. Try this exercise, and let me know if it works for you. If you're in the push mode right now, then try it out. Let me know how you're feeling. And if you'd like to have a chat, let me know too. Okay, much love making. Ciao.